screen TV out here. You can monitor it.
I can plug this into a TV.
So
It should be
out
recording.
here, you could actually see how you're focused a lot better.
Yeah, it's recording.
Right. Don't say anything you don't want on camera.
Alright. Alright. Let's see what
Go
happens.
for it. Put it on start. Booster.
Let me give it a minute. I don't
I
know.
heard it. That's
Yeah,
a good sign.
that's.
That's a good sign.
Do you see anything in that second or third injector line? They're still loose.
Oh,
Number 2 and number 3.
I know that's still loose.
Let's see. I think these two here.
No, I don't.
Don't see anything. Let me try pumping on the thing some more just in case while we're waiting.
It's double. That's a good sign.
Yep. Priming this is a bitch. I can still feel it building pressure.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sure they're still loose, right?
Yeah, number 2 and 3. Yeah.
I don't think you were, but I can't move them. I can't really reach it.
All right, let's try one more time.
All right.
top fuel?
Hope not.
Started sounding funny, didn't it?
But it was idling down.
On its own?
Seemed like it.
That's what it sounded like to me too.
Trying to think what might have.
Calls that?
Yeah.
You do get oil in your line, don't you?
Yeah. When it started idling down, it started sucking the oil back. Like, I mean, I don't know, it's depressurizing or something. Let me try starting it again, see what happens. I don't know why it would idle down unless
Well, where's the idle set at? Where do you set it at?
it's just a little set screw down here that, which I haven't messed with at all.
Fired up. Yeah, I seen one little drop come out of that heater over there.
I just wonder if, I mean, it don't seem like it would be overheating, because I would think we would notice a lot more heat coming
Right.
off of it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
And
overheating,
and they run cool.
yeah.
A lot of people, even in the wintertime, they don't even put their fans on.
Really?
And they drive around and stuff. If they're not, if they're not towing something real heavy, they're
Right,
just
probably
driving.
not idling for long periods and shit. Leaving the
But
window,
I'm
probably
still paranoid. And like I said, I tested this gauge, and it's pro in boiling water. And it
Functioned right.
functioned right, and it looked like it was reading right and stuff.
It's got pressure.
It's,
Damn, you bitch. He took one out.
yeah. And what was I saying? I don't know. I'm still paranoid that
About the,
it might be getting too hot. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to think what would cause it to.
Hell, I'm laying my hand on that.
There's a lot of cast iron in there.
Well, how would that get too hot to hurt that? If I lay my hand on it, how's that too hot?
Well, that's what I would think, but you know, there might be internal engine parts that are a lot,
More sensitive?
you know, a lot hotter. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it runs good and everything. I'm still paranoid that, you know,
Something's not quite right.
yeah. And the only thing I can think of that would cause it to idle down like that is either maybe the timing slipped, which it can happen, especially when you monkey with it. But usually it doesn't happen until you're really getting on it and stuff. And or maybe it's getting too hot and, you know, a lot more friction or something. That's the other thing that kind of comes to mind. Or it could have also been more air in the lines too. Maybe it had more air
An
somewhere.
air pocket.
That potentially could have caused it.
Yeah, a little air bubble. And we turned it off, and we started right back up, and it didn't do it. Like it bled through it or something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It makes sense. Trying to run that air through it, and it just ain't firing right.
Yeah.
Less fuel. Man, my hat's off to you. I'm not kidding. I mean, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I'd have thought, man, he'll think ahead, I'll do something, he forgot something, or turn the fucking motor back out, and maybe have to do something. I mean, 'cause that to me, man, that's biting off a lot of responsibility to make it, put it in there and it run like it does. Fuck. I'm fucking impressed, I can tell you. I know I'm gonna have to rebuild my motor.
Yeah.
Hey Jason, I need a rebuild, buddy. Hook me up. I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Well, doing this one, I'd be tempted to do like one of our Jeep engines or something. Maybe.
Well, why can't you? Really, you know, if you can do this, I guarantee you can do a Jeep engine. For one thing, it's a hell of a lot smaller, and it's probably a hell of a lot cheaper to do. A lot simpler, probably.
Yeah. I could actually lift the head off probably.
Yeah.
Not use a cherry
Yeah.
picker.
I'd like to put a lift kit and all kinds of little crazy shit in mine. But like, I go think, well, okay, what the fuck am I doing this for? Yeah.
That I thought that tachometer was working, but
Grounded, all the wires hooked up right, everything, grounded good, connected good?
I tested the ground and it said it was grounded. I don't know. I didn't have any easy way of hooking it up to something else to test it. It's designed for gasoline engines, 4, 6, and 8 cylinders. Even though this is a 6-cylinder, they don't work. They don't read right if you hook them up.
Does it work off a spark ignition or?
It's supposed to hook up to a coil,
Right.
firing coil.
That might be
because these don't have a coil. I read online that you could hook it up to your crank position sensor, crank speed sensor.
Yeah.
But then you had to solder in a 1,000 ohm resistor.
Yeah.
Basically between your signal wire and your positive wire on the tachometer.
Did you do that?
I did do that, but I'm not the best at soldering, and it's possible I don't have the. I thought I got the connections right, but it's possible I didn't.
Just body worn. It can't be that expensive, can it?
Well, I plan on buying the whole eventually.
Dash?
Buying the whole gauge set and either buying a custom dash or making something.
What's it supposed to idle at?
On
800?
the stick shifts, I think around 650.
650?
I think. On the automatics, they actually idle them up a little bit higher. Yeah, the idle sounds about right to me,
Me too.
which is surprising. I thought for sure the idle would need adjustment because of the changes I did.
Well, I bet you feel pretty good right now.
But then again, the governor inside this pump. Well, I mean, I'm lucky with the governor springs too, so I'm surprised that idle's
Good as
as close to where it's supposed to be as it
It's
does. It may not be perfect, but
I was perfect, but it's smooth
Yeah.
as me. I mean, regardless of if it's high or low, but man, it just sounds good. I mean, no vibration. I mean, and I thought it fucking smoked like a freight train, be loud, you know, we have to yell at each other's lungs just to hear each other.
well, like I said, I haven't turned up the pump any from its factory position, so it's basically a factory tune with the exception of breathing a little bit.
Now you're saying you can get this tuned up better? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
I can turn the pump up enough that it's melting its pistons from running too hard.
No kidding.
And
From idling?
not idling, but if you're
Getting
under a full power
You can
situation,
turn it up that much?
I shouldn't be able to.
Oh shit. Yeah, you do it.
No, not unless I put a bigger turbo on.
I mean, why would you even do it?
It's just more power potential.
I mean, no, but you don't need that kind of power.
No, I'll probably leave it at this level for a while, at least until it's good and broke in,
Yeah.
and then I'll do it.
It breaks in about 100,000.
I gotta change the oil at around 500 miles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
That's why I changed
it's
it.
got an oil in it that's got a lot of zinc and very
And that
little, very
does-
little detergent.
Zinc acts as a lubricant.
It's an anti-wear additive
Lubricant.
that is not quite missing, but it's severely reduced in most of the oil in bioshelf because it will destroy the emission systems on newer diesels and gas engines for that matter.
Destroys the what?
It doesn't play well with your catalytic converters
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
Now, I don't have a catalytic
I
converter.
believe it
so-
was deep. I see, yeah, I think paying that for trucking.
So when they started doing more catalytic converters, they had the oil companies start holding back on the anti-wear zinc and phosphorus.
EPA.
additives.
Oh,
And that's
man.
especially bad for these types of engines that have solid lifters on your camshaft instead of hydraulic or roller lifters. These are flat tappet. Basically, it's just a chunk of steel.
Yeah.
There's no bit
Hydraulic.
there. I mean, there's not even hydraulic. It's,
That's what I'm saying, it's a raw hydraulic.
yeah, and they're not rollers either.
Well, they're not.
No. Yeah, yes. Some lifters will have an actual roller
Well, that's what
bearing.
my Harley's got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
Roller
solid,
cams are going.
just a solid piece of steel grinding on the camshaft. That's why I had to break in the camshaft a certain way. Knock on wood. I don't think wood right.
There.
Knock on wood, I did it right. Didn't wipe out an expensive camshaft.
So I'm proud of it. I'm not kidding. I mean, I am fucking impressed with all hell. Fucking diesel mechanic.
I don't know if I go that far.
What? I mean, well, I'm like, what? Look what you've done. Look what you've done. You can't call yourself a mechanic? I would definitely say, yeah, you rebuild a fucking diesel and put it back in, take it out, and redone it. And yeah, I consider you a fucking diesel mechanic. A mechanic, period. I mean, I knew the mechanic was blind anyway. Shit, I can't tell that gas went down, or diesel went down.
Theoretically, it should get around 18, 20 miles a gallon.
Yeah, that's impressive. Provided you know what to fucking give $10 a gallon for it.
Yep. Now, until the engine gets good and broke in, it might not be that good because
Right. The more breaks in, the better
blow-by
it
and
is.
stuff.
You already get better gas mileage as it breaks in, right?
I tell you, I need to buy a case of beer for this guy I was talking to. This guy online, I forget his name, but he's an actual diesel
Yeah.
mechanic, and he works up in Utah at a company called Power Driven Diesel. And
Big help for you?
oh yeah, and he's real OCD and technically minded and stuff. And you just talking to him a little bit, you can tell he knows his shit.
He knows what's going on.
But I picked his brain and got all kinds of advice from him.
Yeah.
But
Save a, $25 bill for a case of beer?
I need to.
A gift
what was I
card,
saying?
give him a gift card.
Going somewhere with this. I forgot what I was going to
Say they really need to thank this guy because he's
say. Yeah,
really
got off on a tangent.
inspiration.
I was going somewhere with this. I can't remember.
Well, now what's your next step? Tidying up your
I need to.
leaks? Tighten up your leaks?
Yeah, probably need to. Monkey around with those. I'll probably just put hose clamp on that one that was leaking instead of that.
Double it up?
Instead of that spring clamp, put an actual clamping.
Put both on there.
That could.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra one. It might even seal up after
I'll probably-
a couple cycles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wouldn't leak if it always in drip. It's always in drip.
I mean, the next big thing is I'm going to rebuild my transfer case, the original one from the truck, and then get the transmission and the transfer case attached, and
Just work your way back.
get them positioned where they should be, which will also position the engine where it should be. And then I got to build a cross member to support the transmission and transfer case.
Now, let me ask you something.
And then I can work on the drive shaft.
If you're inside the truck and it's running, how do you shut it off?
Normally, there's an electric solenoid that pushes and pulls
That plunger?
that plunger lever. It would pull on it and it's spring loaded to pop back out. Normally. It works fine, but a lot of times the relays for them.
Your little plunger.
What I'm going to
Foot
use,
plunger.
you know how it has a locking hood latch?
You gonna use that?
I got another one, and I got it keyed the same. I'm going to use that to pull that lever. That's the plan.
Well, you ain't gonna be able to, you ain't gonna keep it locked, are you?
No.
You might wanna turn it off in an emergency, wouldn't you?
No. Yeah. I'm gonna set it up so that you have to pull it to shut it off,
Okay.
and then just leave it in for run. And playing around with it, I can lock it in either position,
Okay.
and I can lock it out if I want
Yeah.
to. I don't know. It's just something kind of looks cool. I wanted to do a manual shut off one way or the other.
Yeah.
Hello? Yep.